welcome. I ran a bit late with this reading because, well, things are a bit hectic here and we are about to move. The works are almost finished at our new house. And, yeah, exciting. That actually might have been one of the last times that you ever saw the background with the fireplace behind me. That might never come back again. I'm not sure yet, but it might be. A new era is about to begin, which is very symbolic of this rune reading for this month, because this was the one I pulled in was for the the general energies of this month. In the full reading, I pull 5 runes, one the general rune, and the ones around it are what will come from you from the outside world that you probably don't see coming, what is coming to you from the roots, from your ancestors, or maybe even your daemon, your familiar spirits, your gods even, what you ought to leave behind, and the way forward through all of it. Now, in these general rune readings, I only ever pull the middle rune because it's a 5 format rune. This one, the middle one, and the other 4 around it. So off we go. It's almost always a positive rune to receive in a reading. It stands for fertility and things that have small beginnings but will lead to potentially very great outcomes. Just like a farmer, he plants his seed, which is what this rune represents, the seed being planted in the earth. There is a connection here with the Dark Mother rune, which is Berkano. This is the seed that goes into the earth. And Berkano represents the earth, enveloping it, protecting it. But just like the farmer, he needs to plant his seed and then he needs to tend to it, he needs to water it, he needs to feed it with nutrients, and he has to make sure that the soil has access to sunlight, and he has to make sure that no parasites get to it. There are conditions to be met to receive good things for yourself. Most often that something is work, effort, attention, and good work ethic. We cannot expect good things to happen to us at random when we ourselves put zero effort and attention into making good things happen for ourselves. That's why I am basically against this whole new age concept that you can manifest good things by just thinking positively. No, that's not enough. It's never going to be enough. If it was ever going to be enough, we'd all be rich. We'd all have what we want. But it's not the case. As spring arrives, it's doubly fortuitous to get this rune in a reading. When the days become longer, the sun becomes warmer, we tend to feel more invigorated and more active and more lively. This is synchronistic with the trees budding and the flowers coming out, but some of you may have this, and I have it for sure. It takes a lot of energy. Some people will feel very tired due to seasonal disorder, seasonal affective disorder. And I hate to call it a disorder because I personally get this too every year. And I think it's just because our body becomes more active due to having more access to sunlight. But that's neither here nor there. There is a good reason why spring is the time of the so-called spring cleaning, Aries season, the new astrological, the astrological new year. And Aries is very active. It is very proactive even. That is when we feel this surge of new energy coming towards us. And that is a very sympathetic energy with spring, because that burst of energy bursting forward, new life beginning, sprouting out from the earth, from the seemingly dead tree branches, into flowers, into new plants, into the beginning of new crops. It holds great promise within itself. So the year starts anew. We clean out all the dust and the grime that has accumulated over winter. And we start the astrological new year with a clean slate. We make room for new things, things that we want to be, that we want to have better than what we had last year. And we humans, we always aspire to improve. And we become very complacent and lazy if we don't. And that very much contributes to depression. People with depression, you will notice that it gets worse in winter. That is partially due biology. It contributes. Not saying that is where depression comes from, but it does contribute. It has a very negative effect on us when we allow ourselves to become, well, complacent. From complacency comes laziness, and that very quickly becomes a vicious cycle that we have to break. Because life will start to feel stale. We accept these feelings of uselessness, which then also add to a feeling of complacency and possible depression. But we, at the same time, we need to give ourselves the opportunity to break free from that, but do not expect things to change overnight. Yes, spring pretty much happens overnight. One day it's winter, and the next day you see everything blooming and budding. But great outcomes also often have humble beginnings, like the oak tree. Tiny little acorn, more smaller than this stave. It will take years and years and years to grow into a magnificent tree. But once it does, it will tower over everything else. It will become one of the most magnificent trees in the forest. And I hope that your astrological new year starts with this feeling of renewal. Plant your seed, tend to your seed, and watch them grow into beautiful and magnificent things. And may your outcome equal the effort you put into it.